Okay, everyone, I'm here down at Fundamental Studios going live with Jobe Neal. Jobe Neal is from Melbourne, what was it?
Melbourne Video Agency.
It's pretty easy to remember, but I forgot. So we'll let Jobe tell you all about what his business is all about.
Sure. Thank you for having me on, Matt, and coming out today. I know it's usually done online, so I appreciate you coming out. So with the video agency, we help a lot of service-based businesses with content for social media or websites. We do everything from the video production to content strategy, scripting for the videos, editing and posting. We really try to be like a one-stop shop to help everyone with all of their content needs.
We've got to thank you for joining us. So this is the first time I've gone live from the studio, so I'm a little bit nervous, but we'll push through. What do you find is unique about your business? What you do?
I think there's a lot of really good videographers out there, arguably better videographers than myself, with like their sort of setup with more so for like filming and cinematography wise. I think what we do really well, myself and my team members, is really have that eye for content for social media. So that aspect of, grabbing people's attention at the beginning, helping people repackage their expertise into stuff that's like easy for people to consume, and binge with content as well. So I feel like it's a different style of content that we do really well.
Cool. Yeah, that's great. And what's your link with Geelong?
Well,
being called the Melbourne.
Well, so I'm in Geelong. A lot of our clients are in Geelong, and all of our local team members are here in Geelong as well. The reason that it's called Melbourne Video Agency is just that we do a lot of work in Melbourne as well. And really when the name came up and I was rebranding the business from an old business name, I saw the name and it just seemed like a pretty good opportunity to take that. And, probably later on we'll look at having, Melbourne Video Agency, Geelong Video Agency, and then there'll probably be, an overarching company.
Yeah, I suppose it doesn't limit your reach to other places as well with regards to having Melbourne behind it.
Yeah, because it's funny, like whenever I've got friends in Melbourne and other surrounding areas in Victoria, and some of them still think Geelong's like one. There's like one street, there's a pub and a milk bar, and that's it. Like and
it's so far away, isn't it?
Yeah. I think
like out in the sticks somewhere.
Yeah. People really think that's still what it is.
It's a funny sort of mentality, isn't it? I will be referring to my notes, so I apologise for that. Okay, this is a really good question. Client experiences. Have you had any unique client experiences that really taught you a lot?
Recently we had a client who was doing more so like some influencer style content. So it was like he wanted to start this whole campaign that was driven towards thanking kind people. So we filmed him going around handing out gift cards to people, and it was a very interesting, all the behind the scenes of that, to actually make that work. It's very different to the style of content that we normally do, which is typically like, talk to a camera, sharing your expertise and everything like that. So that one was certainly a fun one to do, because we sort of had to navigate the whole, getting a genuine reaction, but then getting consent afterwards as well. And there was some interesting reactions with that one as well.
Was there anything particular that you learnt from that experience?
Yeah, I think it was a good experience in terms of realizing how much behind the scenes work goes into that. It took us 2 5-hour days to hand out like 30 gift cards, which wasn't really a lot for what we actually wanted to hand out. So it was a good lesson in terms of, because I think with every business owner trying to look at what a sustainable content system is, like spending 2 days creating content is just ridiculous, really, particularly like that, where you're not able to like to only get 30 videos out of 2 days of work. That's just not enough for that amount of effort.
It's interesting because I watch a lot of YouTube videos and people who are putting 3 videos out a day. It must be really hard work.
It really is. There's a lot of work behind the scenes to be putting out that amount of content, and the only way to put out that amount of content long term is to have a really smart system behind how you do it. Like, obviously podcasting is a great way for a lot of people to do that, but then who's going to pay attention to a podcast until you kind of know and you build a community and you do some other things before that as well. So it is interesting how many people sort of think that 3 videos might be easier to do than it is.
Or you're just having fun. You're just not really working, you're just having fun. But there's a lot of work that goes into it. I've done small bits myself, and I love the editing side of things rather than the filming side of things. The filming, do you prefer the filming or the editing?
Personally for myself, I like doing a lot of the filming side of things, because I think that's where like we impact the message of the content the most. That's where we can like affect the start of the video as well. So that's probably where like my area of genius comes in more so. But then on the editing side, like I love the fact that we can make things easier for clients by going, breaking up a script into lots of things, putting more work on the post-production to make it easier to film. So I like being able to do that as well with good editors.
I think for me personally, the little bit I've done is I love the editing because it's a little bit sort of, probably not, it's a bit more casual than probably what you're doing, well, a lot more casual than what you're doing, but I like the idea of just glamming it up a bit, adding some music and all that sort of stuff. So
that makes a big difference.
Yeah, it does make a huge difference, I reckon. What are your future plans for your business? Big question, I know.
Well, we've got lots of plans, but the big one for me is growing the team. I know like there's a lot of what we want to be able to do with business is have, like with the businesses we work with, is be able to have like a team of people that they're working with, and it's almost like a outsourced marketing team that you've got the videographer that's an expert at filming, you've got like the video editing expert, you've got the content strategist, you've got like a good copywriter. Like I really want to have that team for people, and we've got a lot of those parts now, but more of that would be really the goal for the business.
I can understand that, playing to your strengths and letting other people do what your strengths aren't, what your weaknesses, mate. Well, not weaknesses, but you know what I mean. Like,
no, I'm
compartmentalizing those lanes, stay in your lane sort of thing. Do what you do best, and let others do what you don't do best.
And I think with like operating on our own as well, like it's hard. Like you're limited, in your own time and energy that you can give as well. I've definitely experienced that at different times, like throughout running my business, where it's been, got a bunch of work one week, and it's hard to get back to the emails and correspond with people. And to me, it's like if I've got a team of people that are across the delivery and I can come in and just assist throughout every stage, but not necessarily be like needed. It could operate without me. That's really the ideal situation. Clients still get access to me. I don't sort of, you sort of hand you off to the team, but like
the director and the producer, or sort of like the production manager or whatever it is. Yeah.
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 Have you? There's a guy, Dan Priestley. Have you seen that Score app? The quiz.
I know who Dan Priestley is, though. Yeah.
Oh, perfect. I saw him on a podcast, and he was talking recently about like, business owners really, we should just be the organizer, like organize all of the parts. And I thought that was really cool.
He's the KPI guy, isn't he?
I think so. Yeah.
I've got a book at home.
Yeah, he's fantastic.
Now, I want you to tell us what some sage advice you have for people starting up in business. Because I see a lot of your videos online, and they're very punchy. They're very they're very quick. They're very punchy, but they're very precise as well. So, if there's something you can share with us that is sage advice for people starting out, doesn't necessarily need to be about video production, but if it needs to be about video production, that's good too.
If it's someone starting out from scratch, I mean, I probably wouldn't even suggest getting straight into, content and video production right away anyway, because I think there's probably so much you've got to learn about your ideal client, the type of people you want to work with, and all the problems that they have before you should be creating content. You can document creating the business. I think that's cool. That's cool. An easy way to create content. But my biggest advice to anyone that's starting in business is getting to sales activities sooner. I think there's a lot of people that sort of play around early in business trying to get the perfect website, figure out the name they're going to have, the logo, all things that are important. But like, I've seen people muck around and I definitely did it too. Like, mucking around with the name that I had when I started is different. The logo is different. The clients I work with, the service is slightly different. Like, you can iterate so much. I just think, figure out what the minimal viable product, or offering is.
Totally agree.
And start getting to trying to sell it.
Yeah, I did a video, I think yesterday it was based on going live, but it was also based around not feeling the need to be perfect at what you do. Perfection can cause us not to progress, sort of thing, and we get in that procrastination circle.
Yeah.
Because we haven't done this yet. We need the best equipment and all that sort of stuff. And I say to anyone who might be starting out who does want to do video, just start with a phone.
Absolutely. Yeah. Start off with a phone. Start off just doing. I think I always suggest to people, if you can start doing more stories, like Facebook, Instagram stories to start with. I think that's a great way, because it's it's going to be there for 24 hours and then it's gone.
We're all storytellers. We're all got a unique story, and I'm big on the stories because of branding and all sorts of stuff. But I think I have people tell me that they don't have anything to contribute, but they do, because they're unique to themselves. They're all got a story behind them.
Yeah.
That's where they should start.
Yeah.
Always, because that builds the trust. Okay, so that's been fantastic. How can people get in touch with you?
Can reach out to me directly. I do a lot of stuff through my personal brand. So it's, Jobe Neal on Facebook or Instagram or LinkedIn. We've just started a company account. So I've brought on a new girl that's having some fun with a lot of the content on there. So the Melbourne video agency accounts are all out there as well. So people can feel free to just message and reach out.
Cool. Thanks for joining us. It's been very insightful. And I finally get to meet you face to face.
Yeah, I know. We've done a lot of over Facebook. It's a pleasure. Yeah. Thank you very much for having me on.
It's been fantastic, and I hope people out there got a bit out of it.
Yeah, I hope so too.
Hope they can make that start without needing to be perfect.
Yes, exactly. No, well, thank you very much for having me on.
Thank you, viewers, for watching, and we hope to hear more from Jobe over time. Keep an eye on him. Okay, talk soon. Bye.